Welcome again to Meet the Candidates for the City of West Park. The first grouping we'll be talking today is the mayoral candidates. We are sad to say that we did lose Miss Everard. She has not gotten back into the system, to our Zoom system, but we will go and start ahead. And if she jumps in, we will add her to the program. But for right now, all candidates were invited. She was in our system for a short few minutes, and for some reason did not connect through on our Zoom platform. So it's my pleasure to bring to you the other candidate for running for mayor, Ms. Felicia Michelle Brunson. Commissioner, thank you for joining us today. You need to unmute yourself.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So we'd like to start off with you, if you could give about a minute of your name, why you're running, and just an opening for our event for tonight.
Again, thank you so much for having me. My name is Commissioner Felicia Brunson, and I am running to be the next mayor for the beautiful city of West Park. My plan is very simple. Economic development. West Park is open for business, and as mayor, I will ensure that the city is more welcoming and accommodating to the business community, more business friendly by engagement. I will fully implement our chamber, support our small businesses through incentive programs while encouraging residents to become business owners themselves, develop a business directory of all of the businesses in our city, as well as work to beautify our Utopia business area. Plan number 2 is safety first. As mayor, I plan to make our city more attractive to residents through several beautification projects. These projects include traffic calming to meet the growing needs of our city. I will work with various local and state partners to find various revenue streams to accomplish this goal. And through those efforts, we will ensure that West Park is safer and more attractive. And lastly, enhance civic engagement. As mayor, I plan to empower the community to be informed, encourage active participation and involvement in the decisions for the overall well-being of the city, as well as enhance our communication branding plan to include our website, social media, and various avenues to communicate to residents. I want to make it very simple for our residents, communication and participation, because we are One West Park, and that is my plan as mayor.
Thank you. Ms. Everard, I'm very happy that you were able to join us. I know there was some technical difficulties, but what we're doing right now is opening remarks. Feel free, you need to unmute yourself and then give your opening remarks.
Yes, hi everyone. I am Christina Everard. I'm a trustworthy, bold, fearless child of God from the beautiful island of San Andres. I have been in West Park for the past 22 years, where I have been serving my community. You know, I serve currently as the scout leader, being the PTA president, and I'm also the current homeowner association president, and I am now taking it to the next level to represent my people here in West Park as their mayor. My plans for West Park is to help to lower the property taxes, bring more and inject more businesses in the community, open availability for homeowners to be able to operate their businesses from home due to the the COVID-19 and so forth. Establish a better public relation within the city of West Park, and also to bring job fairs here in West Park, and to secure jobs for the youth and the adult, and also the adults, to help the unemployment that we have currently here in West Park, and to bring social programs that will be able to keep the youth's minds occupied in a positive way, sort of like sports activities and footballs, and also social program for the community in its entirety. And I represent integrity with moral values and strong character.
Thank you very much. We're going to do this around with about 4 questions. Each question will be looking for a minute answer. When you see this red on the screen pop up, that means the minute is over, and we ask that you close your remarks at that point. First question, we'll start with Ms. Brunson. The economic challenges presented by COVID will unquestionably impact next year's city budget. State's sales tax distributions have declined, and another shutdown will only exacerbate that situation. What will be your approach to balancing next year's budget, and what impacts on services or taxes will you work for?
So thank you for that question. It's a great question because we just went through the budget process for the upcoming year, so I'm well versed on this. We did go through our budget and made sure that everything was lean. We made sure that we put in the budget stuff that we needed to make sure that we accomplished, and to make sure that our budget was balanced. So we went through the budget process and basically focused on our needs, our immediate needs, and did some cuts on some different things. It did not cut any services or anything like that to the residents, but certain things that we could have cut back on, we definitely did cut back on it, but we were still successfully able to go through the budget process with the balanced budget. We were able to move forward with 8.5 mil. Our budget is about $19 million, 15 in general, and we have about 4 million in grants. So we were able to accomplish everything that we needed to do. It's going to be tight within the strains of everything that's going on with COVID. And so we were able to do that with this recent budget process. And I feel very confident that the coming year, we will be okay with the conservative budget that we created.
Ms. Everlard. Same question.
Yes, well, my plan is to scrutinize the budget in detail, line by line entry, to see where we can cut back on expenses, and also reevaluate current contracts that we have and make those contracts be available to other vendors, because currently the city's been using the same vendors over and over. And I think if we allow more vendors to participate and to give us their prices, then there's a chances that we can be able to get a lower prices for some of the the contracts that we have currently, and also to work to see where we can cut certain items in the budget, and also shift around some of the funds that we have available that's just sitting there waiting for when a catastrophe happens. And to me, COVID-19 is one of the worst catastrophes that America had experienced. So right now, yeah, it had experienced. So therefore, some of those funds that are sitting there needs to be released up and shift around in order to balance the budget and to make it less for our residents not having to pay such a high taxes and still be able to live.
Can I rebuttal?
No rebuttals on this.
Okay.
I apologize.
Okay.
Next question is going to start with you, Ms. Everlard. While some businesses have seen a bump in volume during COVID, many are struggling in the current climate. How will you work to support businesses during this economic climate to help them try and keep their doors open?
Myself, as a current business owner, because I own a real estate business, a tax business, and a life insurance business. So I do have experience. I do feel what our current businesses are feeling. So I will work with businesses to educate them on different ways, to educate them in different ways to obtain loans and grants that is available through the Small Business Administration, and also help them with certain tasks that they don't have to pay money out of pocket, and help them to advertise and market their business.
Ms. Brunson.
So what Ms. Everlard does not know is that we already have a competitive bid process that all of our vendors go through within the city, and it has been in existence since we start. As it relates to businesses and moving them through tough times, the city already have a plan in place for them. We've had, during the COVID, we had a small business grant for COVID for our small business owners that needed help with PPEs and different things like that, sanitation stations. We also have a regular small business loan grant where businesses can come in if they need different things for their business to help them move them along. We offer various other incentive programs for our business owners. We have plenty of programs available for them to enhance their business. We work with them on a consistent basis to make sure that whatever they need, we are there to assist them.
Thank you. Next question is going to start with you, Ms. Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
If elected to office, what steps will you take to attract continued investment by businesses into the West Park community?
So basically what we've been doing, we are open for business right now. We've gone through, we are opportunity zone. We have our TOC. We're open for business. We have several RFQs out there where we have our first development that's coming up right now. We have a community benefits program for all of our businesses that are coming to us. So again, we're open for business. We have a Dunkin' Donut Plaza that's coming up, and we know that once we get that going, the doors will be continuously open for West Park, and we're looking forward to being great business partners with new businesses that come to West Park. So again, our doors are open. We currently have different bids out for different plots of land, and we're just open for business and ready to provide a service to our residents where they don't have to leave out of the city for anything, but they can stay right in their city, shop, eat, do whatever they need to do. And again, through our community benefits program, it's a return investment for the business owner as well as the community at large. So again, we're open for business.
Ms. Everard.
Can you repeat the question one more time?
Sure. If elected to office, what steps will you take to attract continued investment by businesses into the West Park community?
Well, one of the main issues current at West Park right now, from campaigning and talking to the businesses, especially the small business owner, is that West Park has poor customer service, and they do not listen to the businesses. They give them a hard time in order for them to get their permit. Right now, we have 2 businesses that they're not able to obtain their certificate of use. So the first thing is I will establish a better customer service. So once you have good customer service, the businesses will stay with you. And West Park is a small community. We don't have that huge open land space as what my opponent is referring to. So most of our businesses are small businesses, and they're the ones that we need to cater to, and they're the ones that we need to provide better customer services. And of course, I will provide incentive. Again, have the staff to be attentive to the businesses. That way they can feel welcome and foster that friendly environment.
Okay. The next question starts with you, Ms. Everard. Many cities across the U.S. are seeing an increase in property crime and violent crime as a result of economic turmoil being faced today. How will you work to ensure we do not see the same challenges in West Park?
Well, the reason why you have a lot of crimes, you have crimes too, is because people minds are not occupied. A lot of time people are unemployed, and when people are unemployed and they're not occupied and there's no activities for them to do, like in the case of let's give an example like the youth, they will find their own activity, and we know that that activity leads to crime. So the thing is that we got to have activities for people to be entertained. In West Park currently, we don't have no type of social programs, no type of activities that keeps the people's minds occupied. The only thing that we do mainly is pay high property taxes. So my goal is to open up more social programs, bring job fairs to the community, so that way we can be able to keep people employed, and in that way they will be more at work, and in turn will reduce the crime rate. So that is my plan.
Okay. Ms. Brunson.
I believe the question was about safety. not necessarily about programming. So we have a great working relationship with Broward Sheriff Office, where anytime a situation comes up with any of our businesses, we're able to have our officers, as well as working with our code enforcement, go sit down and have a conversation with our business owners to come up with a plan so that not only the business owners are safe, the community around it is safe. And so we've always had a great relationship where we've been able to open up that line of communication, come up with a solution to the problem if there is one, shut it down, and thus the business is safe, the community is safe, and that has always been done through our partnership with our Broward Sheriff's Office.
Last question, starting off with you, Ms. Brunson. What do you see as the greatest need in West Park, and how will you address it?
So right now, when we talk about our budget, we are looking at ways to increase our revenue in West Park. As I mentioned earlier, our doors are open. We are open for business. We are open to enhance our community, the corridor of our community, so that our residents have somewhere to not only work, but to go and enjoy, again, not having to leave out of our community, but to stay in our community. We're looking for business partners that we can invest in them and they can invest into our community. So when you talk about our greatest need right now is building up our economic base through bringing in new businesses into the area and developing them and having a great partnership. And we look forward to doing this through reestablishing the West Park Pembroke Park Chamber so that we can have those type of incentives, those type of support for our businesses. So that is what we're looking forward to doing to move the city forward.
Thank you. Ms. Everard.
Okay, my opponent, everything that she talks about is just mainly in reference to the physical structure of the city, but she forgets that the city is the people, and that is not what the people are wants. Based on me walking the street while I campaign and talk to the people are complaining about the high property taxes every year. People are complaining about the unemployment, that they don't have no jobs. So that is the priority right now for West Park. People want to be able to have a lower property tax so that they can be able to enjoy life better with their children and don't having to work 2 and 3 jobs. People need jobs so that way they can stay, they can be able to put food on the table for their children, and they can be occupied and don't have to be committing crimes in order to, in order to sustain their family. That is the top priority. Okay, my opponent is just referring to the physical structure, but what about what the people need? Again, lower property taxes and bring jobs to the people. Bring job fairs, secure jobs for the adults and the youth.
Closing remarks. We'll start with you, Ms. Everard. You have 3 minutes.
I just want to let the people of West Park know, and the people that are listening, to tell the people of West Park that West Park is tired of the corruption. West Park is looking for a leadership with moral values, with principles, with integrity, and someone that deeply loves its people. And let's not concentrate on experience, because as we have seen, my opponent has over plus 15 years experience, and what has she done for the people? Higher property taxes, corruption. So West Park needs someone that's going to be there for them, and someone that's bold, strong, capable, unstoppable, and willing to do the job. And I am that candidate. So people of West Park, Florida, make no mistake, punch your vote for Ms. Everard, and let your neighbors know and your friends know that I am the best candidate for West Park. So everybody, please get out and vote for Ms. Everard to represent West Park as the next mayor, to be the next mayor of West Park, Florida. God bless, and everybody have a safe day.
Thank you very much. Ms. Brunson, your closing remarks.
Yes. What my opponent is clueless about is that physical structure that she was talking about is the economic base that brings jobs to our community. That is what a true leader does. It looks out for the entire community and how to move the community forward. And I would say that the eyes of the future are looking at us right now and looking back at us and praying for us to see beyond their time. That's why I'm running for mayor. I'm running for mayor because I know that I can make a difference in this city. I don't have 15 years. I have 25 plus years experience in community involvement in helping people move their lives forward. As one of the founders of the City of West Park, I've worked diligently with our youth, with our seniors. I have a great working relationship with our business community, our faith-based community, and our local schools. Basically, the community at large. It's no secret. My track record speaks for myself. I am compassionate, as well as very passionate about what I do. I am a woman of integrity. Check my record. It speaks for itself. I know how to communicate effectively and efficiently regarding the needs of the city of West Park. I am a consensus builder because I know how to problem solve with all stakeholders. I am a visionary with wisdom because I'm thinking about our future. So in this situation, experience does count. We need someone who can jump in day one and move the city forward, not someone who needs on-the-job training, not someone who does not know what to do, who is coming in to tear down instead of build up. I am the visionary. I'm the person with wisdom to move the city forward. It is my heart's desire. And that's why I'm running to be the next mayor of West Park. And to all of the community residents out there, just remember, we are moving forward together as one West Park. Thank you.
On behalf of the Chamber, we want to thank both of you for being here today for this forum of Meet the Candidates. We want to encourage everyone to vote on November 3rd or by absentee votes or early voting. It is important to make sure that your voice counts. You can find this and all of our other Meet the Candidates programs on our website and our YouTube page. This program will be posted on our YouTube page tomorrow. This has been a program of the Miramar Pembroke Pines Regional Chamber of Commerce, the Pembroke Park West Park Chamber of Commerce, the Weston Florida Chamber of Commerce, and the Business Partnership of Davie Cooper City. Again, we want to thank everyone for being here, and our next program will start in 5 minutes.